Marxism, the political and economic theories of Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels, is not something you may necessarily associate with the architecture of London. However, if you look closely, you can see echoes of Marxist ideas embedded across the capital. Throughout the 20th century, some of the world's leading architects drew inspiration from new socialist ideas such as the social condenser, which had emerged from revolutionary Russia, to create pioneering housing estates, public buildings, and civic spaces across London. We start our journey here, at Bevan Court in Finsbury. Originally named Lenin Court, this modernist housing project was completed in 1954 on a bomb site. Designed by architect Berthold Lebetkin with members of his practice Tekton, the building's 3 outstretched wings provided much-needed housing for London's poor.
So this was built and designed at a time immediately after the Second World War, where the welfare state was really reaching its zenith. It was built as social housing in the particularly pioneering borough of Finsbury, where they had not just a plan for housing for everyone, they also had ideas of social care and healthcare.
This new health service will be organised on a national scale as a public responsibility. The cost of the service will be met from rates, taxes and national insurance, and so everyone will pay for it.
Thought there was a catch in it.
The 20th century saw a massive social shift in the politics and policy in the UK, which resulted in the birth of the welfare state after World War II. Radically different from the depravity that characterised the Victorian era for Britain's poor, these new social attitudes reformed notions of class and social responsibility. For architects, this meant designing buildings which would care for ordinary people from cradle to grave.
Just remember, darling, all the while you belong to me.
A leading constructivist journal of the 1920s, titled Contemporary Architecture, described the social condenser as a type of architecture that shaped and crystallised a new socialist way of life. Such buildings, which could be anything from schools to new housing blocks and even factories, cultivated a radical new kind of community, that of collective living, working and public space, in which the old hierarchies of class and gender could be designed out of existence.
The staircase itself embodies the ideas of being a social condenser and the way that it's designed to be a focal point or an anchor for the building. So its angular form might be a sort of 3D constructivist drawing, but it also uses movement in a way to draw people to the centre of the building. Its generosity and its scale, and for example, the area I'm standing in now is not designed to be the bare minimum with measurements. It's designed to be generous, somewhere where you could stop and have a chat with somebody. It's not a sort of way to get to A to B in the quickest way possible.
Okay, yeah, so my name's Mark. I live at 54 Bevan Court and I've been here for 12 years. Genuinely love living here. It's got a great sense of community, which I think is quite rare in central London because it can be so sort of transient and different people come and go. But Bevan Court has got kind of a heart, a core of people who kind of maintain really good kind of community standards and relations with each other.
Architecturally, it was designed with this kind of idea that public health starts with the built environment in mind. So it really embodies the welfare state in that sense as well, because it's designed to be what is essentially a healthy building, sort of a new age for politics, for people and for London. Even though it was built under quite a lot of budgetary pressures, it's still been designed with generosity and care in mind. So for example, when you look at the materials that were used, they didn't make it sort of as cheaply as possible. It was still designed with the kind of ideas of longevity, of like social building and the people of the borough in mind.
I can't see myself really moving, to be honest. It would take somewhere really special for me to want to get away from Bevan Court. I love living here, there's some amazing people, and it's a nice environment and we're dead lucky to live here.
More than 60 years on from its completion, Bevan Court remains a testament to a daring vision of social housing which encourages collective consciousness, greater human interaction and cooperation.